Good, and then just tilt the face so it looks down at the shoulder. Good, just gently inhale back up to the middle. We don't rush anything with the neck at all. Facing the front again, and just tip it across to the other side. Keeping those shoulders down, just lengthening, feel it slowly just stretching a little bit as it relaxes. Good, and then turn the face towards the shoulder. Good, inhale back up to the middle. Let's just swap those legs round the other way. Get into the sides like we do as well. So reaching up with that left arm and then opening up as you exhale. Really getting into those ribs and the waist. Reaching the arm away from you. Try and relax the knees out a little bit. Find sometimes they come up as you reach. Good, let's inhale to exchange, reaching up with the right, and exhale, opening up. Breathing into that right rib. No, not a rib, it's a lung. Good, back up to the middle, excellent. Let's take those legs out nice and wide. So flexing the feet, sitting up out of those hips, keeping that belly pulled in, shoulders down away from the ears. You're going to inhale the arms up, exhale down through those shoulders. Get an elongation from fingertip to fingertip, reaching those fingers away from each other. Breathing. Quite a lot of work going on. Gentle work, a little bit of work. Just lift the hands up, push those palms away from each other with tingly feeling. Still trying to flex those feet. Take the hands down, reaching wrist from wrist. Needing to breathe now to keep that going, especially with those legs. Good, bring the hands up and let's just turn the shoulders square towards that right leg and just come forwards, folding the hands forwards around that front leg. So just reaching to where it's comfortable. Warming up that hamstring. Going to breathe, inhale, lengthen up out of the hips, exhale, drop a little deeper over that leg. Try and breathe deep into the belly. Pulling that belly button in as you exhale. Just softens all those muscles around the hip. Helps you get in a little deeper again. Good, let's walk up that leg. Shoulders square to the left leg. Arms out wide, and then as we come forward, let's fold those arms around the leg. And every time you feel that stretch just start to soften, then that's when you're going to lift and lengthen. Exhale, go a little deeper. Bring that strain back on. And then let's take that breath deep into the belly. You can feel it in the hip. It fills the hip. And as you exhale, it just allows you to move a little bit more into that stretch. As you exhale, it just softens around that hip a little bit. Excellent, well done. Let's walk back up that leg. Bring the legs in together, hands behind us, knees together, and we'll just do a little windscreen wiper with those legs. Just getting into those hips a little bit. Good. Let's come sideways on the mat. Sitting up nice and tall. We're going to put those hands underneath those thighs. Feet and knees hip width apart. We're just going to get through that spine. So we're going to sit up nice and tall. As we exhale, we're going to rock back onto those hips. Drop the head and the shoulders, and we're just going to lay the spine down on the mat. One vertebra at a time. Using those hands to support. Flexing through the spine. Good, once we're down, let's inhale the arms up and over the head. Next breath in. Pull that belly button in. As we exhale, we're going to lift off the hands, the head and the shoulders. Reach down for those thighs, and let's just peel ourselves back up off the mat. Flexing through. And back up into sitting. Good. We'll go down and back up. Good. So let's take a breath in, pull that belly button in, and as we exhale, rocking back on the hips, crunching down the head and the shoulders, curving the spine. See if you can just separate one more vertebrae from the one next to it. Feeling the pressure rise up the spine as you lay it on the mat. Down, good. Inhale those arms up and over. Reaching them out. Next breath in, we're going to come back up. So let's exhale, lift off the hands, the head and the shoulders. Try and keep it as fluid a motion as you can. Reaching for those thighs for support. And back up. Lovely. So we'll just go down one more time to get us down onto the mat then. So sitting up nice and tall. As we exhale, we're just going to curve that spine, rocking back on the hips. Fab, and inhale those arms up and over. Good, okay, let's hug those knees in then. Bring them in nice and tight, squeezing them to the chest. Put the feet down on the mat. The width of the mat, so knees bent, so a comfortable distance away from you. Feet as wide as the mat goes. Take the arms out at shoulder height. I'm going to drop the knees across to the right hand side. Lift that right foot, put it on top of the left knee. Just let that extra weight increase that twist. Breathing nice and deep, try and relax the lower spine. If that left shoulder starts to lift, just turn the head towards the left arm and that helps pin it down. we've got a lovely twist in the torso now. It's a really good time. We can get into some of those deep core muscles. So let's breathe deep into the belly. Let all those abdominal muscles go. And as we exhale, pull that belly button in really tight. And you can feel those muscles tightening and working deep into the core. Good, let's do that again. So breathe in nice and deep. And exhale, pull that belly button in tight. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Lovely. Just lift that right foot off the left knee. Put it down on the outside of the mat. Head back up to the middle. Bring those knees back up as well. Take a breath in, and as we exhale, drop the knees down to the other side. Lift the left foot this time, put it on top of the right knee, and just relax it there. Let the weight just pull that knee across. If that is too much for you, you don't need to put that top foot on, obviously. Try and relax and let go of the lower spine again. Just let the tension go. Breathing deep to let the muscles from breathing just expand those areas. Again, turn the head to look at the right hand if that helps pin that shoulder down. Let's breathe deep into the belly, expanding as we inhale. And exhale, pulling the belly button in tight, finding those muscles you haven't engaged for a while. Good, and again. Exhale, pull that belly button in tight. Good, one more. Fab, good. Let's put both feet down wide on the mat again. Lift the head back to the middle. Rock those knees back up, pointing to the sky. Bring the legs in one at a time. Hug them in nice and tight. Getting into that lower back again. Just curling it up. Squeezing those legs in. Good, let's drop the knees wide for an inner thigh stretch. So again, let's just focus on those hip joints. Breathing deep into the belly, we'll put tension in those hip joints. And as you exhale, they should just relax a little bit more and drop outwards. Just taking the tension off them. Okay, we're going to have the palms on the insides of the knees. Don't do this if it hurts. But all we're going to do is take a breath in, and we're going to push outwards with the hands and push in with the knees at the same time. So you're just reaching that point of balance where you're working the arms. You should just start to feel the triceps working. Maybe the top of the pectorals. And pushing against those knees. And remember to keep breathing. We're going to hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just release. We'll just stay where we are. We'll do that one more time. So it's lovely. We're managing to work the inner thighs by pushing inwards, and you're also working those arms by pushing back out. Just using your body against itself. Good. Let's take a nice deep breath in. As we exhale, push down with the hands gently, and then just squeeze back up with the legs against that pressure. Keep breathing throughout. Don't hold the breath. Good. And we're just going to hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Release the legs, bring the knees in, squeeze them in tight to the body again. Good. All right, let's put the feet down and let's roll onto our sides. So you can support the head and neck however you want to, if it's comfortable down, or just having the arm perhaps underneath and just resting the head on the arm. Legs should be out at right angles to the body. We're going to do clock, which is using, I'll put this mat here, it's in the way, using the top arm. So we're going to take a breath in. As we inhale, we're going to sweep the arm upwards as if it's an arm of a clock. Taking it up and over, and as we exhale, we bring it down and round behind us. So we want to open up that shoulder. This is quite nice because we used the shoulders and the arms a lot the other day. And then down over the body. If you can, you want to keep it just in contact with the floor the whole way, which is a little bit of a challenge to start with. So just opening up the shoulder, trying to keep as much of the body stable as you can. You're allowed to open that shoulder. And then over the body. So inhale up and over. Exhale down and round. So the next progression, because you can't just stay here, you just need to know. Just bring it down. I have to get my breath in so I can speak. So the next progression is just to keep that extended the whole way. So reaching it as far as you can with tension in the arm, extending it. So you're not just moving the shoulder, you're also extending out through that arm. So we'll do one more like that. Reaching, reaching. Openings, beautiful. And back down. Good. Okay, so we've got our legs stacked now, coming out at right angles. We're going to work the top legs. We're going to flex the feet. We're going to take a breath in, pull that belly button in nice and tight. We're just going to lift the top leg up. We don't want to open the hips, okay? We just want to take it as far as it will go, a little squeeze at the top. And back down again. So remember, flexing the feet, keeping that exact angle with the leg, and we're just going to take it up, squeeze, and down. Let's do some work. So up, squeeze, and down. We're going to do 10. I think that's 3. Up, squeeze, and down. Good. Up, squeeze, and down. Really try and think of the isolation. Up, squeeze, and down, not using any other part of the body. Up, squeeze, and down. I think we've got 3 more. Up, squeeze, and down. Really flexing those feet. Up, squeeze. Really good, feeling it now. We're going to take it up. We're going to keep it up there now, and we're just going to pulse it up for 10. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Good. Just give that leg a little bit of rub on the outer thigh. Fab. And let's swap round to the other side. So just resting the head on the arm if that's comfortable. You can prop it up if it's comfortable as well. I find the arms quite nice. So knees out at right angles. We're going to use this top arm to start with. We're going to inhale, sweep it up in front of us. Comes over the head. Exhale, take it down and round. Oh, opening up that shoulder, that's lovely. Good, over the body. And again. Good. So keeping in contact with the ground as much as you can. Really enjoying that opening of the shoulders, a clock face. Good, so we need to do 2 more now. So this is the extension, so we're trying to reach the whole way now. So the whole arm is working. We're reaching the fingertips away from you as much as you can. Making that circle as wide as you can. Good, last one. Inhale up and over. Exhale down and round. Great. Okay. Let's bring those legs up again. Make sure they're in the right position. At right angles to the body. Right angles down from the knees. Feet flex. So pulling those toes up towards us. We know what we're doing. We're going to just lift the leg and squeeze. Don't open the hips. Good. So just lift. The action's coming from the knee. So we're pulling the knee rather than leading with the foot. Good. Pull the knee. Excellent. All the foot's doing is focusing on pulling those toes upwards. Good. We're going to do 10 of them. Either 4 or 5. Good. Up. Squeeze at the top. And down. Up. Squeeze. I think that's 7. So we're going for 8. Squeeze. Really keeping both feet flexed. 9. Squeeze. Good. Yep. Feeling it. So last one. Up. So the pulses, you really want to lead with that knee. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Take it down. Just rub that outer thigh. Really good. Okay. Let's come up onto all 4s. So hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Keep the shoulders down away from the ears. Just gazing down at the mat between the thumbs, the spine in a neutral position. We're going to take a breath in. As we exhale, we're going to arch the spine upwards, pulling that belly button tight to the spine. Drop the head and the shoulders, pushing through the arms, tucking that tailbone underneath into a cat stretch. Good. Next big inhale. We're going to relax from that position. Forward tilt to the pelvis, lifting the head and down into our cow stretch. I want you to just reach the chin forwards, not upwards, but just forwards. Good, try and get that flexibility through the spine again. Breathing. Good. Take a nice big inhale. As we exhale, let's reverse it again. So, tucking the tailbone under, pushing through the arms, dropping the head and the shoulders, arching the spine upwards. Just very gently then, just see if you can make the apex of your arch move slightly backwards and forwards along the spine. So just take the weight slightly backwards. Make it feel like the height of the arch is going towards the lower back. And then see if you can shift the weight slightly forwards, bringing that height of the arch towards the shoulders. So it may not look any different, but it should hopefully feel a little bit different. You might just find somewhere along the spine that actually you'd rather just stay there and stretch that just a little bit more. So for me, it's where it's about just below the waist. Good. Next big inhale, let's just reverse it. Relax. Forward tilt to the pelvis. Bring the head up and just reach that neck. Chin out towards the wall in front of you. Good. Let's come back to the neutral spine then. Just gazing down between the thumbs. Okay, I'm going to take a breath in, pull the belly button in, and we're going to reach out the right arm and the left leg. So just taking them out, reaching them away from each other. Feeling that connection across the torso, from the hip out to the shoulder, reaching, connecting through the body. Good. Again, if at any point the balance gets too much for you, you can put the hands down at the front. What we're going to try and do is take the hand and the leg out to alternate sides. We're going to do it slowly, so we're just going to take them out, trying to keep them high. And then back into the middle. So we're not going to beat them, we're just going to take them out. Good, reach and extend. And then just slowly take them out, wide with the leg, wide with the arm. Good, back into the middle. Again, so like in some of the standing poses, just take them out wide again, you can feel those little muscles firing through the body to keep you stable. Bring them back into the middle, that was 3, we're going to do one more. Take it back out wide. Good, bring it back in. Put the hands and the knees down. Just drop back into child's pose for a little rest. So just stretching under those shoulders. Catching the breath. Good, we need to do that to the other side now. So back up on hands and knees. We're going to take a breath in, lift the right leg and the left arm, reaching them away from each other. Extending out of the hip, extending out of the shoulder. Finding that connection through the torso. Good, and we're just going to take them out wide to the side. I've got the chair here, you don't know why I've got the chair here, but I've got the chair here. Take them out wide to the side. And back up to the centre and reach away. Back out to the side, trying to keep the leg and the hand up. Just feeling those muscles work. Really working the torso. Out wide to the side. Good. Back in, reaching and extend, but one more to do. Out wide. Back in, reach away from each other. Hand and knee down. And back down into child's pose. Good. All right, I want you to just bring the hands together in front of you, and then, so clasp the hands together, sort of just lifting the head from child's pose. Reach them both across to the right hand side, and drop the left shoulder down, looking over towards the hands. So you're pulling that left arm through. And as you drop that left shoulder, you just get a lovely stretch through that shoulder. You can keep the hands together, or you can reach that right arm out a little bit further as well. You might find the hips have come up a little bit, that's not a problem. If you can just drop them just a fraction, you can feel a stretch just under the scapula, under the shoulder blade. It just opens it up a little bit. Good, staying there as much as you can. Just slide that left arm through underneath you and take it wide to the other side. You can bring this right arm in. It doesn't really do anything, this right arm here. And you're still trying to keep that shoulder to the ground. Still looking to the right hand side, but just opening up the front of that left shoulder now. Good. Okay, let's inhale, bring the body up, bring the hands to the middle again, clasp the hands together and take them across to the other side. I'm just going to turn around so you can see both sides. Okay, so we're dragging both arms across to the left-hand side this time, reaching that underneath arm and dropping that underneath shoulder to the ground. Really lovely stretch through the shoulders, this one. Well, that was really weird. That noise of water running was on the music. I thought it was the kitchen tap, but we're okay. That is really disconcerting. That can't be right. Okay, it is. It just sounds like it's my kitchen tap. Sorry. Just drop the hips a little bit, tiny little bit of fraction to get that stretch under the shoulder blade. Good. I'm sorry, I can't concentrate at the moment. This is really weird music. You probably haven't got that detail with you. Let's bring the hands together to the middle. Let's take them across to the other side. No, that's not what we did. Sorry, is it? It's completely thrown me. We bring the underneath arm through. Sorry, so the right arm's going through, right up the shoulder to the ground. I get that running water is supposed to sound nice, but that literally just sounds like someone's turned a tap on in the background. All my radiators are just emptying somehow. I don't know. Sorry. I'll stay calm. Good, okay, let's bring both arms in together. Let's just go back into our child's pose. I'll try and compose myself. Good, okay, let's lift the hips, tuck the toes underneath, push up and let's come into our little crouch. Just lengthening through those calves and Achilles. So remember, we're trying to get as much weight so you can rock yourself around, supported with your hands. Feel as much weight as you can going through those calves and Achilles. If the calves are tight, you'll feel the stretch in the calves first. As they start to drop off, you'll feel it into the Achilles. And if you can, just try and release those heels towards the ground. Just lengthen it out. If you can do it balanced, that's great. But if not, just keep those hands there for support. Okay, we're going to take the weight onto the legs. Just push the arms out, walk the arms out in front of you. Coming into a downward dog very briefly, bending the knees, walking the feet in, bringing the feet underneath you, hanging over those slightly bent legs. Just let all the tension go in the head, the neck and the shoulders. Enjoying that lengthening down the back of the legs. Good, we're going to inhale to a half lift. You really should feel your body lengthening out of those hips. Nice flat back. And then back down over those slightly bent legs. Then we're just going to uncurl into standing. So just flexing through the spine like we did when we were lying down. The last thing is the head that floats back up on top. Good. I'm sorry, this music is just crazy. I know it will stop soon and my taps won't feel like they're empty. Okay, we're going to stand up nice and tall. I'm going to ignore it. So the outside of our feet wants to be parallel with the outside of the mat. Feet can be hip width apart or slightly closer together, whatever's comfortable for you. We want to be stacking the shoulders through the hips and the heels. So I'm hoping that's what it looks like. You almost feel like you're tipping back just a little bit. Head up on top. Take a breath in, keep that belly button pulled in, tailbone slightly tucked under. We're going to come up and back with the shoulders, lowering them. Take the arms together behind us, just reaching for those elbows. Good. And then just releasing the arms down, but keeping the upper arm in exactly the same place. The arms are hanging at the sides of the body, not in front of us. Okay, we are going to stay standing and firm on the left leg. We're going to bring the right leg behind us. We're going to turn the right toes outwards to the side. We're going to flex them, pulling them up towards us. And you're just going to lock that leg in at the back of the ankle. Okay, so I'm hoping you can see. I'm going to turn around so you can see with that leg. So that's my standing leg. I'm going to flex and turn and just lock it in at the back there. All right, so you're quite stable. It's what the chair's here for. If you need a chair, you can just rest a little bit on that chair for support. It's a big part by the chair there. Okay, so standing with that right leg, flexed foot, turned out knee, and we're just going to lift it outwards, squeezing that glute and bring it back in. So squeeze and in, squeeze and in. Keep that belly button pulled in and in. We're going to do 10. That's 5, we're halfway there. 5, 4, 3, keep the foot flexed, 2, hope you know what we're going to do in the last one. We're going to take it out, hold it there, and we're just going to go pulse it for 10. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Well done. So it's quite strong in the standing leg. Really good glute workout on the other side. So we'll swap that again. So I'll just show you. We've got the right leg as the standing leg. The left leg is just going to turn out at the knee, flex outwards at the foot, lock in just behind the ankle of the standing leg. And then we're just going to squeeze back. 1, 2, 3. Really holding as much of the body stable as you can. 4, 5. Really feeling it in that glute. 6. Good, well done. 7. Pulling that belly in. Just squeezing that back glute. So 9. Last one. 10. We're going to pulse it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And down. Well done. Okay. Let's face the front, feet nice and wide. We're just going to come into a standing forward bend. So taking a breath in, keeping that belly button pulled in, coming forward, so just bending at the hips. Keeping the back nice and straight, shoulders locked down away from the ears. I think the running water music stopped. Good, just go as far as you can with the flat back. Enjoying that stretch up the back of the legs. Up and into the glutes. And when you can just relax them and curl forwards. And just dropping over those legs. We want to let the tension go in the head, the neck and the shoulders. Put the hands down to support in the middle if you want to. Just enjoying that stretch for a couple of breaths. Good, we're just going to reach the hands through behind as far as they'll go. So just literally reaching the hands through the legs. Doesn't matter how far they go. It's the action of reaching backwards through those legs. Just going to hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring the hands through to the middle again. Take the weight onto the hands, both feet across to the left-hand side, sitting down. Going to bring this top leg up and over. Both sitting bones on the floor. Remember, if you can't do that, please put out that underneath leg. Good, so sitting up nice and tall, left leg, right arm wrapped round. We're going to take a breath in, pulling the belly button. As we exhale, we're going to focus on the back. We're going to twist from the lower spine, the mid, the shoulders, the neck and the head. Left hand behind you at the base of the spine. The taller you sit up, the more stretch you get in that upper outer glute and thigh. The more you push into the leg and arm and hold firm, again, the more stretch you get. So you can work it as much as you want to. Because of that last exercise we just did using the glute, it's really nice to get into it. So pushing the hips square to the ground, sitting up tall, pulling that knee in. Fabulous stretch. Just take a breath in, pull that belly button in even more. And as we exhale, just see if you can get more twist just in the lower spine. So making sure you're not straining the head and the neck. Very shallow breathing at the top of the chest. Keep it going, don't hold the breath. Good. Inhale to release the body, release the arms. Let's take the arms around behind us. Come up onto the hands and feet. Keep walking the arms around in the same direction. Brings you into that stretch on the other side. Remember, underneath leg out if you need to. Both sitting bones on the floor. Right leg up. Left arm round, sitting up tall. Take a breath in, pull in that belly button. And as we exhale, focus. Let's twist the lower back, the mid, the shoulders, the neck and the head. Right hand behind us at the base of the spine. Let's use that posture to get more stretch into that upper outer thigh and glute. So pushing out with the knee, pulling in with the arm, sitting up tall. Just really enjoying getting into those muscles. Lovely, let's take a breath in, pull that belly button in tight. And as we exhale, let's just go for that twist again in the lower spine. Oh, nice clunk. I thought I was going to get, it's normally where I get kinks and clunks. Good, let's release from that. Let's come into cobbler, so let's bring both feet together, cobbler or butterfly, grabbing those feet, dropping the knees out nice and wide, pulling up on those toes to help, opening those hips, sitting up nice and tall. Just slowing ourselves down a little bit, breathing nice and deeply. Good. Let's bring those knees back in and come into sitting cross-legged. So still sitting up nice and tall, shoulders down away from the ears. We're going to do eagle arms. Okay, so we're going to take the right arm over the left, twist them round, turn the palms to face each other, bring the palms up together. Just show you again. So it's right over left, twist them round, palms to face each other, and bring them up. We need to lock those shoulders down now, so we need to sit up nice and tall, shoulders down away from the ears. Keep those shoulders locked, and then just gently lift the elbows. So that's the only thing that's moving is the arms, focusing on lifting the elbows. Lovely stretch across the back of the shoulders. You can keep it moving, so keep those elbows raising. Or if you find somewhere that's just nice to stop and stretch, just keep it there. Good, let's release. Just gently shake the arms out. We need to do the same the other side. So left over right, twist them round, turn the palms to face each other, bring them up. Lock those shoulders down. Sitting up nice and tall, keeping that posture, belly pulled in, just gently raise those elbows. And that lovely stretch across the back of the shoulders. And down. Good. Let's just come round on the mat. We're just going to hug those knees in, roll down to the mat. And then we're going to take a whole body stretch. So reaching the hands and the feet away from each other, pointing the toes, pulling up the kneecaps, pulling in the belly. Reaching up out of the shoulders, fingertips away from toes. And then just relax. Let the feet drop out to the sides. Bring the arms down by the sides of the body, palms facing upwards. Just slowing the breathing down. We're just going to identify all of those points of contact between us and the ground. We're going to start with the feet. Feel the weight dropping through the heels. And the calves. Maybe just the back of the knees raised. Might be the thighs just touching the mat. And then we're into those glutes and hips. A lot of the body weight going through there. We're just lifting off at the waist. And then the upper back and shoulders. Neck lifted off the mat. And then all the way to the head, going through the back of the skull and into the ground. Back to those shoulders and the shoulder blades. Come down the arms. You might just feel the mat with the triceps. The elbows. Forearms. And the back of the hands. Just adjust and make the pressure on all of those points perfectly equal. Got a little tweak in a heel or a hip. Take the breathing down deep into the belly. So relaxing the abdomen, filling the lungs from the bottom upwards. That belly rises. And then as we exhale, we're going to pull that belly button in. Good. We're going to count the breath in for 6 or 7. And out against that control for 10 or 11. Good, so in for 6 or 7. And out for 10 or 11. Just carry on at your own rate. Counting the breath. Okay, let's just wriggle the fingers and toes. Get some blood back into them. Bring the feet up and together and the knees up. Rock those knees onto the sides, roll you over. And when you're ready, pushing up into sitting. Sitting up nice and tall, shoulders down away from the ears. Let's take a breath in, reach upwards. And down. Thank you.